Alright guys, so today we will be doing two backs at the exact same time. Well, not really, I'm just overlaying them, but I wanted to kind of show you something. There was two approaches to this particular back, and I didn't know I was actually doing this, but apparently I really like this position because both times I ended up in the exact same position. Different backs slightly, just slightly different backs, and I will go over them and just to kind of show you exactly what was going through my head and all that kind of stuff. Now, I will go over both backs with the drone first before I go dipping into all that camera view stuff. And yeah, so this was the preferred method, was to come in from this side, do a bit of a U-turn, straighten up, and making sure that I'm pointing to the front of the space, with a small little jackknife straightening up, small little jackknife straightening up, small little jackknife straightening up, and back in. And now this way, I prefer to maintain an angle the entire time till I was all backed in. All right, so just a small maneuvering, balancing act, and we're in there. So again, this was my preferred method of this. And now a lot of the times you would think that being not the most educated when it comes to setting up, you might think this would be a blind side. All right, well it's not. We're going to use this area all right, but we do not need to blindside it. We're going to come in this way and pull a bit of a UE, straighten up, and then back in. Now I am very aware of my surroundings. Right here is when I take a good look and make sure there's nothing there. I got to see exactly what I have to avoid. So I have to avoid the wall, the pole, the cone, and this pole here. And of course, I have to avoid this area as well. Now, normally I would turn a little bit later and do a straight back, but since we have this area to deal with, we will not be doing that. So I turn right around here, hard left. Now, of course, I'm looking in front of me, making sure my cab is not going to hit this area. And whenever you are doing a U-turn, you are always acknowledging this angle here between the truck and trailer. All right, not forgetting that. So what is going through my head? And the reason why I have this particular view going on is knowing that I'm not going to hit anything. I like to stick my head out the window and start watching for stuff. Now, my main thing that I'm going to be looking for, it will be this pole here. And if this pole wasn't here, I'd be now, if there was trailers here, we wouldn't be looking at the docks, but since there is no trailers there, we are going to look at the docks. And of course, we're mainly looking at the front of the spaces. Now, when it comes to window, I start straightening up. Okay, so I think there's four docks right here. All right, so this is the first one, second one, third one, and my one. And now basically when I start pointing towards the front of the space is when I'm really going to start straightening up. Now I'm going to be starting to straighten up just a little bit, just because I know it's coming. Like right now I have my steers pointing straight. So, so there we go. I am now, as you can see, I'm turning hard to the right now. And by the time I am straight, I will be pointing generally to this area. We will see in a second. Let's just, okay. So we're going to do no more sticking our head out the window. We're going to be using our mirrors. Now, I love finishing off in a straight where I'm dead straight. Now I can see that where is this obstacle? This I cannot see these poles. All right, so I'm very aware of that. So the first thing I'm gonna have to do is the jackknife, and I want to see these before. But I want to. That's what I really want. I'm looking in my right hand mirror right now. Obviously, I'm looking over here too. We can look in both places at the same time. All right, so now we're backing up. Now, the more I see the way I have my steers already pointed to the right. Well, I know that I need to get the front of a trailer pointed to the right. The first thing I'm going to do. So basically, I'm going to start straightening up as soon as I start backing up, but I will end up jackknifed in the exact jackknife I would like. Okay, now let's go ahead and straighten up just to see what it looks like now. All right, now we're going to stop. Okay, now I see the pole. I see everything's all good. So, and now I'm witnessing. Now, a lot of time, what I'm doing here, I'm witnessing. I'm looking at the very back of my trailer, and especially when I'm jackknifed. Let's take a look here. Now I got a lot better view, and I can see that I'm getting really close. Like if I extended this yellow line, which I have here, okay, that's so I'm watching out for that. That's telling me now, how do I put this? That is telling me where the other side of my trailer is. Now, we're all aware of the size of these what are they, like 10 feet, maybe 11 feet wide, and our trailer is like 8 feet wide as well. Okay, so that's the closer I am to this line here, the further away I am from this line, from this side of the trailer. Okay, so that's just kind of what's going through my head. Now I'm going to go ahead and straighten up here as well. Hard left. I want to straighten up in the shortest distance. Okay, so now the reason why I stopped in a straight line too is that let's say I did do a straight back, I would hit the wall way down here. All right, pretty close to the actual building itself. Let's have a look. I should have stretched. I should have got a bad angle on this one here. But so I really am not worried too much about the wall anymore because the next thing I'm going to be doing is moving the front of my trailer to the right, which means the back of the trailer will be going to the left. So I'm going to stop worrying about that now. Now I'm going to be worrying about everything over here on the left-hand side. So I do believe all we have to do is one more maneuver. So let's get that front of the trailer to the right. So let's go ahead and ball these tires a little bit more. You know what I mean? As in like realistically, I should be moving when you're turning the steering wheel. It's not the best for the tire. So try to do as little as that as possible. So turn it. There we go. And back again. I do believe this should be just fine. Okay, we are all good. We can just move all the way back now. All right, now let's go over the other back, which is a little different than this. It seems quite similar, but how I back up is a little different. The setup is pretty much the same. You know, I like where am I? Let's get this into it. Let's pretend. There we go. I like being able to see down both mirrors. This is exactly what I'm looking at when I'm where am I going? So like I like to see the distance between here and here. So that way I know when I crank it hard to the right that the back of my trailer isn't going to be hitting it. Now, if this was 2 inches, I'd be worried. 5 inch, okay, to be honest with you, if it's less than a foot, I'd be worried, even though it won't overlap by 6 inches. It's just when you can't see something, it's hard to believe that you're not hitting it. So give yourself at least a foot, all right? So when you are at this particular position where you can see both sides of the trailer. Okay, but we're doing fine. As we can see it down here. So I'm going to turn hard to the right at the end of the space, using all the room that I can use. And again, pointing to the front of the space. Now, my drone is actually running out of battery here, so I just kind of had to back up pretty quickly, but forgive me for that. But I maintained a bit of an angle. Now, don't forget, remember now, when you are in your own truck, you can move your head forward and back, just so you can get a better view of of what's going on in the mirror. You're not stuck to sticking your head perfectly here and just looking left and right. You can move around. So that's what I've done over here on this left mirror. All right, so I'm just maintaining a slight angle, bit of a balancing act going on. I know, but now at this particular point, I see that I am off. All right, so I want the front of the trailer to go to the right, and the back of the trailer will go to the, sorry, I want the front of the trailer to go to the left, back of the trailer will go to the right. That way it'll get me a little bit closer. Now you have to worry about what's over here. All right, in a second, I'm going to lose this pole. All right, it's gone. But I'm aware that it's there, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm not hitting it. And straighten up in the shortest distance, and we are good. I'm probably okay with that back. Maybe I could move over a couple of inches, but I gotta go ahead and park now because my drone is probably about to die. So, anywho, again, there's a lot more to this particular back that I didn't go into. It's just I've got a bunch of other videos that go into it, but just th- if you're at 90 degrees or 45 degrees, you're going to have your truck's going to do a lot more jackknifing. When you're this is more of a straight back with small little maneuvers than anything. All right, and the further away you are from everything, the less you need to do. All right, like I didn't jackknife. Look at the angle. All right, there's barely a jackknife. That's the most. Where is it? I think this is the most I jackknifed in the whole time. So that's not that much. All right. That allowed me to not stick my head out the window and just use my mirrors the whole time. Like, how did I know at this particular point that I wasn't going to hit that pole? Well, I was looking at this line. I was looking at the back of my trailer, pointing it down. All right, I am good. That's what tells me. But since you're new drivers, or you should be getting out and looking. All right, if you've even lasted to the end of this video. I know a lot of you don't, but you do got to get out and look, guys. All right. Why am I still not worried? I'm looking at the line now with my trailer. I'm nearly parallel, so I'm really not worried. All right. And so I've always gotten out and looked when I need to. All right. I don't want to lose my job. Anyway, that will be all. Please like, subscribe, share. Yeah, I like more when you guys share. More people get to see my videos. And thank you very much. Go to my website. There's a lot more videos that you probably haven't seen. And not just backing. Anyway, take care now, guys. Bye bye.